Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another NTE video. So in this video, we will be going over Nanally, the current strongest main DPS in the game, of course, because she is the first limited banner. We will first talk about her skills and investment priority, then her best arcs, then her best console build, her awakening or her dupes, and then finally some of her best team comps with some very detailed rotations for max utility and damage. Now let's get straight into the video. So let's talk about Nanali's Esper abilities. So she has normal basic attacks. You can also hold down her basic attack for some Street Fighter moves. She also has a plunge attack, and she has a special attack with her gun. Her skill deals 5 instances of anima damage. She also gets the Ichidaime Authority State, which gives her 30% crit damage and allows her to run up walls and ignore gravity. It also lasts for 12 seconds and indicates the duration with the skill button at the bottom of the screen. Next, her ult summons her underboss for 7 instances of anima damage. Then the underboss will also follow up attack for the next 6 seconds. She has a pretty standard support skill. She will swap in with 1 instance of anima damage. She has a Blossom enhancement, which fires 10 Vita pistols and reduces the interval between each shot to 1 second. She also has a second passive named Fair Duel. When she is in her Ichidaime Authority state, there will be a follow-up attack if you activate an Esper Cycle reaction. Esper Cycle damage means the Esper Cycle reaction. In this case, it would be the Vita pistol damage from the Blossom reaction. For Nanali's skill investment priority, you want to unlock her 2 passives first, then focus on her basic attack and then her ultimate, and you can leave her life skill alone. I recommend getting these skills all to level 5 or 6, which should be more than enough to clear most, if not all, of the end game. Next, we have Nanali's best arcs. So for S rank arcs, obviously the best arc for her is the Ready Ready arc, which is her best in slot, and it is also on banner for you guys to summon. So it is the best because it has a crit rate main stat, also increases a lot of attack and basic attack damage, because you guys know the way she works is you want to use her ultimate and then you spam the basic attacks for all of those follow-up attacks from the underboss. Her second best in slot S rank arc is Fluff of Fortitude. It does not have crit rate as the main stat, but it just gives her raw 22% extra damage. It can also boost your damage a bit further depending on how much HP the enemy has. Her third best arc is Song of the Whale. It gives a good attack buff, and that's really all that it gives. And her fourth best in slot one, which I don't really recommend, is the Raging Flames one, because you lose out on a lot of damage because this only gives damage for Lakshana. Now, if you don't have any S rank arcs just yet, I highly recommend using Aura Aura. It's very easy to get around the map. The reason why it's so good is because it'll increase the wearer's basic attack damage for each basic attack, right? We know that Nanally needs to use her ult and then use all of her basic attacks to get follow-ups from her underboss. So this Aura Aura arc fits her playstyle very, very well. Next up is Nanali's console build. Because she is an anima damage dealer, we want to run her on the Fireflies and the Forest set because that gives anima damage for 2 pieces and increases the wearer's crit damage by 8% when a nearby enemy takes anima damage from the team up to 7 stacks. So this essentially gives her an extra 56% crit damage with all these stacks and extra 10% anima damage. For Nanali's cartridge, you want to have anima damage bonus as the main stat. A quick note, guys, if you do not have her best in slot arc that gives crit rate as the main stat, you can substitute anima damage here for crit rate because you will be missing a lot of crit rate for her. And for substats for both the cartridge and the modules, you want to prioritize crit rate, and then crit damage, and then attack percent, and then universal damage, and then flat attack. You want to aim for at least 75% crit rate and at least 95% crit damage without buffs, and 150% crit damage with the buffs, and at least 2,300 to 2,400 overall attack. Keep in mind, guys, this is the final build goal for her, so don't expect to hit these numbers for at least a few weeks into the game. One more note for you guys while you are building her. Every character has a little passive up here, and Nanally has increases crit rate by 6% for each type 2 module equipped. So you want to fill out the set bonus pieces here first, and then try to prioritize whatever type module that the character needs here. In this case, you need a lot of type 2 modules. Now let's take a look at her dupes or her awakenings. Her first awakening grants Nanally 2.5 ultimate energy for each follow-up attack she performs, triggers at most once every 1 second. Her second one, Underboss, lasts 3 seconds longer, applies 1 follow-up attack to a single enemy, dealing anima damage of 50% attack. Whenever Nanally deals damage to an enemy while in her Ichidaime authority state, triggers once per second. Her fourth dupe says increases Underboss's damage by 100%. Her fifth one increases Nanally's attack by 2% for each follow-up attack she performs, up to 20%. Disappears when Nanally leaves the field or exits combat. And the last one extends the duration of Ichidaime's authority state to 15 seconds, and further extends it to 20 seconds when out of combat. She also has some bonus resonance effects here for extra dupes. But anyway, you guys know how you can change whichever dupe effect that you want whenever you want. However, I highly recommend going in the order that they are in already. The reason being is that her first dupe here that grants her the ultimate energy for every follow-up attack she performs is huge, because this immediately allows her to get her ult back sooner. So when you swap off of her to do the rest of your rotation, you can swap back and she should almost have her ult ready again. Now let's talk about her team comps. This is by far the best team comp for Nanally as of right now in patch 1.0 for the end game. So we have Nanally here, MC, Sakura, and then Haniel. This team is best for both mobs and single bosses, and it deals the biggest and fastest damage of any team in the game. So for the first rotation, if you do not have the Esper cycle ready for Sakura, you want to first start with Haniel, use her ult and then her skill for the attack buff, then swap to Sakura, hold her skill, and then ult for grouping, CC, and another attack buff. Then you want to swap to MC, use MC's ult if you have it first, and then use MC's skill, which will instantly fill MC's Esper cycle meter. And then you can Esper cycle swap to Nanally for the instant blossom reaction. You want to always ult with Nanally first, then use her skill, and then spam basics until you run out of her ult and her Ichidaime state. Then you want to start the rotation again with Haniel. Now, the other scenario is if you do have the Esper cycle meter full for Sakura, you can also apply Hexed for 20% extra damage. So you want to start with Haniel and then use her ult and skill again for the attack buff. Then you want to swap to Sakura, hold her skill to group the enemies, then Esper cycle to Nanally to get Hexed, then quick swap back to Sakura to use her ult for the attack buff. Then you repeat the rotation going to MC, using ult if you have it, then her skill for the instant Esper Cycle meter, and then Esper Cycle swap to Nanally, use her ult, skill, and then basics, and then restart with Haniel. Another team you can use for Nanally, specifically for bosses, is Nanally, MC, Daffodil, and Sakura. Daffodil helps you break the boss's break bar faster so that you can deal more damage. So instead of starting off with Haniel, you would start off with Daff and use her skill and her ult, and then swap to Sakura and then do the same exact rotation as before. You can also throw in some quick swaps to Daffodil in there because she will deal extra break damage after she has used her ult. Now we have Nanaly's F2P team, so it consists of Nanally, MC, Adler, and then Haniel. It's the same idea as the Sakura best team. If you can apply Hexed with Adler, then you should, but this team is going to be mainly Nanally and MC Esper cycling back and forth for the biggest amount of damage. Since it's still the early game, guys, you can build Nanally with whoever you want. The only real teammate I highly recommend right now for Nanally is MC, because MC's instant Esper cycle meter is insanely good for general PvE and the end game. If you guys found the video helpful or enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be making in-depth character guides just like this one for every single character in the game. Just a quick reminder to take your time and enjoy the game. Please don't overplay this game and burn out in like 3 or 4 days and then you just quit, okay? I'm really hoping that NTE becomes one of the top gacha games of all time. I stream every single night, guys, so if I don't see you on stream, then I will see you in the next video. Bye!